Welcome to News Mongolia, where we bring you the latest stories and updates from across the nation and beyond. I am Batsibin Namcher. On the News Mongolia today, Mongolian expatriates prepare to cast votes in the parliamentary election. The Deputy Prime Minister of Mongolia, Amarsaikhan, provided updates on current issues. The Uran Nuudel 2024 chess tournament united Mongolian children in the Czech Republic. For the news, stay tuned. In accordance with the Resolution number 1 of 2024, issued by the Central Commission for Managing and Organizing the Polling of Citizens residing abroad, 47 branch commissions have been established at Mongolian diplomatic missions worldwide.
Operating under diplomatic missions, these branch commissions are responsible for organizing polling for Mongolian expatriates, as outlined in the law on the election of the Parliament of Mongolia. Votes for citizens residing abroad will contribute to the selection of 48 members through closed-list proportional representation at the national level. Voting for citizens living abroad will take place at designated polling stations within diplomatic missions from June 20th to June 23rd between 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. local time. To participate in the electoral process, expatriate voters must visit their nearest diplomatic mission in person or register online at election.portugal.gov.mn/request by June 15th. Registration is required to ensure inclusion in the eligible voter list. Polling stations for Mongolian expatriates include Mongolian embassies, general consulates, and consulate offices.
The State Emergency Commission and the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister held an online meeting with participation of provincial regions, Ulaanbaatar city administrators, and related professional organizations to discuss current issues. This information was provided yesterday by the Deputy Prime Minister of Mongolia, Amarsaikhan. Due to the high probability of heavier and more frequent rains this year, compared to previous years, information and warnings about flood prevention were provided during the online session. Additionally, tasks were assigned to improve and adjust plans to better prepare for natural disasters or floods. This includes making preparations to minimize damage in the event of such occurrences. In addition, a permanent flood risk prevention headquarters has been established and is now operating under the emergency headquarters of the State Emergency Commission. Local special commissions have been put into permanent operation, focusing on prevention, public information dissemination, and organizing cooperation. In connection with the flood prevention measures issued by the head of the State Emergency Commission, professional organizations are re-evaluating the risk in areas most prone to flooding. Based on this risk assessment, evacuations of residents in these areas and notifications to enterprises are being organized. We are also ensuring the availability of necessary equipment and emergencies. Additionally, efforts are underway to provide 70 to 80% of the clothing supplies for employees during floods and forest fires, and up to 100% of certain clothing supplies within the budget approved by this year's state budget investment. The working group established by the order of the head of the State Emergency Commission has been active. Within this framework, more than 40 engineers from professional organizations conducted assessments in their respective fields and presented their conclusions at the State Emergency Commission meeting.
In recent years, there have been frequent occurrences of sudden cold or sudden hot periods in terms of the weather. Sudden warming increases the risk of the thunderstorms. According to a forecast for June, the northern parts of Siling Province, the northeastern parts of Thieu Province, as well as Hinti and Dornot provinces are expected to receive more rainfall than the long-term average.
To foster community spirit and intellectual growth, the Mongolian community in the Czech Republic recently organized Uran Nuudel 2024, the Clever Move chess tournament. Designed to bring young minds together, the event saw participation from children in the country's Mongolian diaspora, which includes 3,600 children 18 and under.
Children from 10 cities in Czechia participated. The event gave Mongolian children the chance to showcase their strategic thinking and problem-solving skills. The competition was divided into two age categories: junior for children aged 7 to 10 and senior for children aged 11 to 16. Uran Nuudel was organized for the second consecutive year.
It was great. I was going for the win. My opponent added 2 minutes to his time. Eventually, I won. It wasn't a difficult game, but I made some mistakes, so I lost.
Parents and organizers were happy with the success of the competition, highlighting the importance of such events to promote cultural identity and intellectual development among young Mongolians. Mongolia has a long history of board and strategy games. We are working to nurture our heritage of board games among our younger generation. The Uran Nuudel 2024 Children's Chess Competition was organized ahead of International Children's Day by the Mongolian Czech Cultural Center and Czechia's Spartak Chess Club.
Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. You're watching News Mongolia. Now let's take a look at international news from our partner agencies. The Israeli military's top legal officials said Monday Israel was examining a strike on the southern Gaza city of Rafah that local health officials said killed at least 45 Palestinians and set ablaze tents and shacks of people displaced by fighting elsewhere in the beleaguered territory.
Military Advocate General Major General Ifat Tomer Yerushalmi said such incidents occur in a war of such scope and intensity, but that the military regrets the loss of civilian life. The military said it hit a Hamas installation and killed 2 senior Hamas militants. Naturally, in a war of such scope and intensity, difficult incidents also occur. Some of the incidents, like last night's incident in Rafah, are very difficult. The details of yesterday's event are still under review, and we are committed to seeing it through to its conclusion. The IDF regrets any harm to uninvolved civilians during the war. At this point, I can say that so far approximately 70 military police criminal investigation division investigations have been launched regarding incidents that raised suspicion of criminal offenses. As part of these investigations, there are also the allegations made regarding the detention conditions at the SD Teyman detention facility and the deaths of detainees in the IDF custody. We take these allegations very seriously and are working to see them through. The investigations also look into incidents in which uninvolved civilians were killed in operational circumstances, incidents of violence, property crimes, and looting. Rights groups have long accused Israel of failing to follow through on that stated commitment. Israel has long defended itself against the scrutiny of the international legal system by saying that it has robust and independent courts that can investigate its own actions and hold the guilty accountable, a claim rights group and Palestinians have long disputed. Tomer Yerushalmi said the investigations launched were looking into incidents in which civilians were killed, the conditions at detention facility holding suspected Palestinian militants, as well as the deaths of some inmates in Israeli custody. She said incidents of violence, property crimes, and looting were also being examined.
The National Memorial Day Parade took place in Washington, D.C. on Monday, serving a heartfelt tribute to veterans and fallen heroes. This annual event brings together people from all walks of life to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country.
As well, they're also very generous.
The parade featured an array of marching bands, various organizations, and groups with decorated floats, all making their way along Constitution Avenue in a vibrant display of patriotism and community spirit. Memorial Day, traditionally a day of mourning for the nation's fallen service members, has also come to signify the unofficial start of summer. For many, it is a long weekend filled with family gatherings and sales events offering discounts on everything from mattresses to lawn mowers. Despite these commercial aspects, the core of Memorial Day remains a solemn occasion dedicated to remembering and honoring the military personnel who died in service to the United States. The holiday is marked by various observances, including the national moments of remembrance. This initiative encourages all Americans to pause at 3 p.m. for a moment of silence, reflecting on the sacrifice of the fallen. These moments serve as a poignant reminder of the true meaning of Memorial Day, amidst the festivities and summer activities, underscoring the importance of honoring the brave individuals who have given their lives for the nation.
Those words so eloquently spoken.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for Mongolia and the world major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Goodbye.